Now, from the station on your side, this is Wavy News 10.
The rallies are over. The commercials are off the air. Months and months on what has proven to be the nastiest presidential campaign in memory. Now all up to you.
And you know it. You can tell by the lines at the polls. Election day is here, and time is ticking toward history in America. Good evening. This is it. 595 days after it all started, it all comes down to these final hours. Decision night in America. 1
hour until the first votes are counted, and many of them will come from Virginia. Many of you stood in line as we show you from the scene. Chopper 10 over the Chrysler Museum in Norfolk. Voter turnout here in Hampton Roads and across the nation has been steady to heavy at polling places. There have been some scattered issues, from precincts having to switch to paper ballots to a congressional district mix-up in Norfolk. Others in the area say they were told they had already voted when they showed up at the polls.
Meantime, one of Virginia's own cast a big ballot this morning. Vice presidential candidate Senator Tim Kaine voted this morning in Richmond following a late-night rally and before heading to New York City to be with Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton.
Of course, we have team coverage for you tonight. Up on the big board right now, the reporters covering the stories of Hampton Roads on Election Day during our evening newscast and through the night.
From counting the ballots to watching for voting issues and covering you on social media, we are geared up and ready for a big night. So we're going to start with the epicenter of the race for president tonight, New York City.
Both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are there tonight, and so is 10 on your side's Andy Fox, as you can see. Andy, Virginia is watching closely, especially since Tim Kaine is running for vice president.
Yeah, that's right, and we're being told both Clinton and Kaine are here. They are watching vote returns with friends and family members at undisclosed locations. If you talk to anyone who follows presidential politics, they will tell you this is the nastiest political race ever, and it comes down to tonight. I've been going through my notes. You were mentioning how long this race has been going on. Clinton has been in the race 573 days, Trump 508 days. Clinton cast her vote earlier today. Here's video of that. She cast what could be a historic vote for herself. The Democratic presidential nominee voted this morning at an elementary school near her home in Chappaqua, New York. A smiling Clinton emerged from the polling station to a crowd of about Madam President. Clinton, with former President Bill Clinton at her side, shook hands and mingled with the crowd. Think about this, a former president and his wife who could become tonight the next president of the country.
It is the most humbling feeling, Dan, because, you know, I know how much responsibility goes with this, and so many people are counting on the outcome of this election, what it means for our country, and I'll do the very best I can if I'm fortunate enough to win today.
Hillary Clinton, this could be her night. Trump is hoping it's not. A couple of quick notes. A strategist just came by from the Clinton campaign. Latino voters are in record numbers. Clinton campaign feels that is good news for them in Florida and Arizona. They acknowledge North Carolina is going to be tough. African Americans showing up, but not in the numbers that they had hoped. And Virginia absentee voters strong. They are considering that very positive for them, especially in Northern Virginia. We will keep our watchful eye on everything going on here live throughout the night. I'm Andy Fox in Manhattan, 10 on your side.
Andy, thank you.
And 10 on your side's also covering the Trump campaign. The Republican nominee and his wife Melania cast their votes at a public school on Manhattan's East Side. He says it is a tremendous honor to cast his ballot and is confident about the outcome of the election. Last night, during one of his final rallies in Michigan, early this morning, Trump told the crowd to pledge one more time using his campaign slogan, "Make America Great Again."
I'm asking you to dream big, because with your vote, we are just hours away from the change you've been waiting for your entire life.
Now, Fox News asked Trump once again if he would accept the election results. He said they're going to see how things play out. The campaign did file a lawsuit against the state of Nevada today, alleging polling place anomalies during early voting in Las Vegas last week. A judge denied that request.
We also want to remind you that all of our members of Congress are up for a vote tonight. The two biggest races in the 2nd District, Republican Scott Taylor is taking on Democrat Sean Brown. And in the 3rd District, incumbent Bobby Scott, who has been serving the 3rd since 1993, tries for another term running against Republican Marty Williams.
And on the city level, many of you are voting for mayor and other offices.
We're watching the races in 4 cities. Voters are going to the polls today to decide on mayors in Poquoson, Suffolk, Portsmouth, and Virginia Beach. All 3 communities have a list of incumbents and challengers.
We're going to start in Portsmouth, where Mayor Kenny Wright faces 5 challengers on his quest for a second full term.
10 on your sides, Brandy Cummings is live now in Portsmouth with more on this very tense race. Brandy?
Yeah, guys, this has been a race that's been clouded by controversy. You have the current mayor who faced a recall petition, also criminal charges. You have the former city manager now going against his former boss. And one candidate even yesterday had a rally against another. All this aside, though, tonight is when we find out how the residents of Portsmouth feel and who they want to lead their city. Some of the candidates have spent the day canvassing for votes. We caught up with 3 of them. At one point, Mayor Kenny Wright, John Rowe, and Shannon Glover were all here where we are at Lakeview Elementary. On Wavy News 10 at 4, you heard from Shannon Glover. At 5, you heard from John Rowe. Now you'll hear from Mayor Wright, who told me he's excited about the turnout and the day. But during our interview, he alluded to some of the controversy that has surrounded him over the past year.
This is great. This is what democracy is all about. All of the drama and all of the lying and innuendos, all of that go out the window. Right now it's time for the people to talk, and you're going to hear Portsmouth loud and clear come 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, that's when the polls close, and the candidates, as you can imagine, will be watching those numbers come in, as will we. And tonight, we plan on having live coverage from the victory party of the winner. For Now Live in Portsmouth, I'm Brandy Cummings, 10 on your side.
All right, we're going to switch now to the other mayoral race in the area, Virginia Beach.
10 on your side's Deanna LeBlanc has more on the position that Will Sessoms is trying to keep for another 4 years. Deanna?
Yeah, Anita and Tom, Will Sessoms has been a popular mayor here in the resort city. He has been the mayor since 2008. This is now running for his 3rd term, this time against 3 men, one of whom is a popular foe, R.K. Kowalowicz. Now, Kowalowicz and Sessoms were both out at precincts today, all day long, really. Sessoms tell me he has gone to the same precinct since his first run for public office in 1988, saying the Arrowhead Elementary in Kempsville brings him luck. He says he still gets nervous as it gets close to poll closing time. While he did win a landslide 70% of the vote in 2012 to Kowalowicz's 19%, RK is hoping the Town Bank conflict of interest charge against the mayor has put a ding in his favorability. RK is running on a platform of stopping the corruption. Now, despite pleading no contest to voting on city matters that directly benefited Town Bank, Mayor Sessoms has won key endorsements in the city from first responders to teachers. So the question tonight is, what do the people of Virginia Beach think? Has that Town Bank scandal impacted the mayor's favorability? I will be watching the numbers closely as the polls close in just under an hour now, and I will have another live report on Wavy News 10 at 7 over on Fox 43. Live in Virginia Beach, I'm Deanna LeBlanc. 10 on your side.
All right, Deanna, look at the candidates for mayor in Suffolk now. There are 5 of them: Brian Bass, Carrie Holmes, Charles Scott Jr., Gerald Staton, and incumbent Linda Johnson.
Our coverage of Election Day continues at 6. Still ahead, we'll head to North Carolina, one of the most watched states in the nation. We'll check on the day of election turnout there.
And some other news of the day, including testimony underway in the corruption trial for Norfolk's treasurer. Where the case is going at this point is next. Don?
And a look at a beautiful, beautiful day. How'd we stack up? 66 so far for the high today. But it was cold start to the day. It's going to be a little warmer tomorrow morning. We got something else that's moving in for tomorrow. I'll tell you all about it in a few minutes.
Get ready. We are just getting started this election night.
Stay with the station on your side all night. We're back after the break.
Thursday at 6. Alleged abuse within our local military.
We called them the Goon Squad. I would describe them as sadistic, mischievous, racist.
The government says that those claims are not true, but
I lived it, so you can't tell me that it didn't happen.
what do these men claim fellow service members did to them?
a lot of nights I couldn't sleep because of anxiety.
10 on Your Side's Aaron Kelly investigates accusations of mistreatment in the military. Thursday on Wavy News 10 at 6.
To make sure our customers get the best service, I'm going undercover.
So you can pick it up
tomorrow afternoon?
Morning.
Wow, that's fast.
There's no disguising it. More care, less cost. Discover the elephant difference at elephant.com.
Real people, steel people. From full-time professionals to weekend warriors, they trust steel and servicing steel dealers. Right now, hard-working steel blowers start at just $139.95. And for a limited time, get a free Woodsman carrying case with purchase of select steel chainsaws. Find your steel dealer at steeldealers.com. Real people, steel people. Join us.
We know there are a lot of things riding on your flight. Stress shouldn't be one of them. Welcome to the new and always improving Norfolk International Airport. From check-in to your gate and every destination in between, we're working hard to make it quick and easy for you to get from here to there in no time. It's a great day to fly. Start your journey with us at takeorf.com.
At Cavalier Ford, we know you expect a great value when driving home a new Ford. That's why we make it easy to get a great price on our huge selection of over 700 new vehicles. But what happens after the sale is the real reason we make customers for life. Every Cavalier owner enjoys a lifetime of quality service from a trusted staff that's considerate of your time and your budget. Cavalier Ford, serving customers for life.
Cavalier, serving customers for life. To make sure our customers get the best service, I'm going undercover.
I need to rent a car.
Jim?
Yeah.
We got you covered. Elephant called. Let us know you were coming.
That's refreshing.
More care, less cost. Discover the elephant difference at elephant.com.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Michael & Son. From the station on your side, you're watching Wavy News 10 at 6.
Back now with other news of the day and day one of testimony done in the federal corruption case of Norfolk City Treasurer Anthony Burfoot.
That's after a morning of opening statements, and that's when Burfoot's defense called out others in the investigation for implicating Burfoot in a plan for the treasurer to pocket hundreds of thousands of dollars. The only witness on the stand today and cross-examined the city clerk from Norfolk. Testimony will resume in federal court first thing in the morning.
4 young people are in big trouble after a police pursuit in Chesapeake. Police say it started at the 7-Eleven on Military Highway and Georgetown Boulevard when officers spotted a car suspected in some recent car break-ins. It ended with a crash on Interstate 464. 3 juveniles and 18-year-old were arrested and taken to the hospital for treatment. Investigators say the car was stolen and there were stolen items from the car break-ins in the car.
A locally based Navy ship will be headed home in time for the weekend. The USS Stout will pull in the Naval Station Norfolk this coming Sunday. The guided missile destroyer and her crew had been on a 6-month mission in the Middle East. The early welcome home to the crew. Your families will be happy to have you back.
We continue our election coverage after the break next. Whether people in Virginia Beach will climb aboard or derail plans to bring the tide to town.
And as the polls close, join us for Wavy News 10 at 7 on Fox 43. Our first votes in Virginia and North Carolina will be watched by the nation tonight. So join Tom and me for team coverage of the national and local races, starting with Wavy News 10 at 7 on Fox 43.
Each biscuit is like a unique snowflake. A unique steak, egg, and cheese-filled snowflake. The steak, egg, and cheese biscuit or burrito, only at Hardee's.
Get a head start on your home search. Visit rosenwomble.com to find hundreds of open houses this weekend. Rose & Womble Realty Company is Hampton Road's leading real estate resource. Visit rosenwomble.com.
Having a baby takes a lot of preparation.
And since we have movie nights whenever he falls asleep, we decided to switch to Cox and get Contour TV. We also got high-speed internet, so our families can see the baby anytime. Say hi.
Cox gave us all this without a contract, just in case we need to plan for more.
Already?
Get the new Contour with 100 megabits per second internet and phone with free unlimited calling to Mexico and more. No contract for just $89.99 a month with free pro install. Switch today and get up to a $300 prepaid card when you upgrade.
Over 90% of Toyota RAV4s sold in the last 10 years are still on the road. So enjoy a 5-star overall safety rating, available all-wheel drive, and plenty of room for all your cargo. Now lease a RAV for only $199 a month. Or buy one with 0% APR financing for 60 months. And with Toyota Care, 2 years of no-cost maintenance is included. RAV4 is perfect for your life's adventures. Just ask a friend who drives one. Toyota, let's go places.
Double meat and cheese, classic. Grilled onions and Thousand Island, classic. All for just $2.49, really classic. The new Hardee's Classic Double Cheeseburger for just $2.49.
Never clean out your gutters again. Leaf Guard by Starling Guttering. Wavy's expert on your side.
Always wanted a Kubota? Then get on down to your local Kubota dealer today, where the deals have never been hotter. Right now, get incredible savings on new Kubota tractors. You can get low payments for up to 84 months. With 0% APR, incredible customer instant rebates, and a 6-year limited powertrain warranty on new BX, B, L, and MX tractors. There have never, ever been deals like these. See your Kubota dealer today.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, VirginiaKubotaDealers.com.
From the station on your side, you're watching Wavy News 10 at 6.
And we're back with more from Your Decision 2016. Another look at today's voting across Hampton Road's Chopper 10 over Windsor Oaks Elementary School, where many of you were doing your civic duty this morning. A big turnout across the area. And in Virginia Beach, you are not just voting for people, but expensive things.
The much talked about referendum on extending light rail to town center is on the ballot. And 10 on your side's Jason Marks has been following the back and forth on this really for months, Jason.
Guys, this light rail vote has been years in the making, and it really could determine the future of transportation in Hampton Roads. In front of polling precincts around Virginia Beach, it's the final push for the hottest race on the ballot.
By us being out here today, it's really a demonstration of how important it is for the region and for the city.
Today will determine if light rail is rolling in or if the voters push back the tide. And the vote could be razor thin.
Well, people just think of the bigger picture. Light rails are good. It brings in people, takes people out.
It's proven in other cities that it's not been worth the money they put into it.
Much of the concern comes down to money. The project is estimated to cost more than $243 million, though the state will kick in $155 million of that. But the price tag is only to extend the light rail from Newtown Road to Town Center.
The cost is just this small leg. Imagine what the cost it is just to take it to the oceanfront. And then imagine to go to the airport, imagine to go to Oceana, imagine to go down to Chesapeake, and then think of how much that cost will be.
But those in favor of extending the tide say it's a must for transportation in Hampton Roads.
This is the next step and just part of a regional comprehensive transportation system that serves, a broad range of people.
The majority of Virginia Beach Council members stand behind the extension, though they say they'll honor whatever the voters decide. And this is expected to be a very close vote. I will be with both sides tonight and have a reaction for you right here on air and, of course, on Wavy.com. Jason Marks, now back to you.
Thank you, Jason. Of course, we want to get you to North Carolina, which we know is a vital state to the presidential election this time around.
Turnout before and during Election Day has been very heavy. People in the Tar Heel State are also electing a governor. And 10 on your side's Madalena Bolares continues our team coverage from there.
While North Carolina is a highly contested state, voters in Pasquotank County saw fairly calm days. The county's latest voter turnout count showed 3,757 people went to the 9 precincts.
The lines weren't too long. It's a real comfortable environment.
11,415 people voted early in the county, but some longtime residents say they did see a higher in-person turnout than in previous years.
More people than before because I come to this
precinct to vote all the time.
Voters in North Carolina did see a change to this year's ballot, the removal of the straight ticket option. That means voters could not simply vote for a party. They had to vote for individual candidates. The voters we spoke with didn't seem to mind.
I think it's good that you vote for each individual candidate.
The voters who made it out today say they know their vote matters, especially in a battleground state, and they have a message for those who chose to not head to the polls.
A lot of people have sacrificed a lot in the past for that right.
Every vote matters. Every vote matters.
You can't be mad at the results if you didn't go out and vote. You know, you can't be mad at what happened if you didn't take the initiative to make a change.
Now, something to know, North Carolina does not require a photo ID to vote. That decision was made by the Supreme Court back in August. I'm Maria Elena Valores, 10 on your side.
Now we have breaking news coming in from North Carolina, where the State Board of Elections is holding an emergency meeting right now to consider requests from Durham and other counties to extend voting hours. Officials are trying to extend voting until 9 p.m. in 57 precincts rather than 7:30.
Yeah, the request was made after a computer problem in some of those precincts. As of right now, voters in line by 7:30 p.m. will be allowed to vote. We're going to bring you an update just as soon as that decision is made.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
Well, the rain has held off, but we are going to get some rainfall coming up for the day tomorrow. We got lots and lots of changes coming up. Let's dive into us and show you what's going on. You can see where that rainfall is coming from. It's on up toward Detroit, south of Chicago as well. And it's going to come dropping out through during the day for tomorrow. Here's what's going on. For us, we're starting to see that increase in cloud cover, and that cloud cover will continue to move on in overnight and during the day for tomorrow. A little bit of thin cloud cover thus far into the region. We'll take it between now or close to now and on into Thursday evening with our future track computer model. We've got 55 degrees right now. You can see it right there. And that's what future track thinks we've got between 52 and 55 an hour from now, about 40 minutes from now. Here's what's going on by tomorrow morning. 45, 47, 48. This morning, 30 degrees way inland, around 38, 40 degrees near the coastline. We dropped into the 30s for everybody. It was a chilly one. Tomorrow morning, we're at 45, 48. Lots of cloud cover. Here comes the cold front. Now, it's going to arrive in two stages. There's stage one by 10 o'clock in the morning. Winds flip on over to more of a westerly direction, then southwesterly, and then the actual cooler air will drop on in later on. 56, 57 degrees. Here's where things are by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We've still got some rainfall into the region. And by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it lightens up a bit, but then that last little shot of cooler air is coming on in with more of a northwesterly wind flow by 5 o'clock. And then we start to see the rain really taper on down. 7 o'clock in the evening. Winds pick up by 9 o'clock in the evening as well. 54, 53. And then we drop again into the upper 30s and low 40s by Thursday morning. So it warmed up a little bit today. Not bad after a cold start to the day. We'll warm up. We'll be fairly warm again with some rainfall for the day tomorrow. And then we'll cool back down again coming up for the day on Thursday. High temperatures on Thursday, 55, 58 degrees on into the region for the day on Thursday. Now we go from there. We're going to go into Sunday, and there are still more changes. So it's going to be up one day and down, and then up, and then way down coming up by the weekend. Here's where things are Thursday. Once again, we've had a cooler day. Now we get to Friday afternoon, and there's a cool front. It's kind of diffuse. It isn't one of those that's just a really, really sharp, strong punch of colder air. It'll be filtering on into the area on northwesterly winds, and it'll get a lot colder coming up by Saturday morning, 38, 42. And look at this, during the day on Saturday, highs 48. I'm going to low 50s, a little bit better than this for the high temperature coming up Saturday afternoon. But you get the idea. It's going to get colder, and it'll stay colder on into the day on Sunday. This is going 52 to 56. I'm going on the upper end of that range for the day coming up on Sunday. So lots of big changes, and you can see that the changes are indeed arriving just with this little bit of cloud cover that we've got into the region already. I'll look at our temperatures, basically into the 50s. This one's wrong. It's basically 50, 55 degrees on into the region right now. And for the day tomorrow, again, it'll be mild. It won't be that warm, it won't be that cold at all, 63, but we'll see on and off showers or off and on showers through the day. Much cooler coming up on Thursday, warmer again for Veterans Day, and then much colder coming up for the day on Saturday.
Back in a moment with some reminders about this final hour of voting.
And what you need to know as the votes are counted. Stay with us.
The word spread fast about Betty Pollard's hometown catering, and in 1967, the first Pollard's Chicken and the famous fried chicken and puffs were born. Today, the family runs Pollard's Chicken restaurants and catering all over Hampton Roads, and people still agree that Pollard's is the best chicken in town.
My hygienist said the most random thing. She said I should think of my teeth like an apple. Could be great on the outside, not so great on the inside. Her advice? Use a toothpaste and mouthwash that strengthens both.
Go Pro with Crest Pro Health Advanced. It's uniquely formulated with active strength technology to strengthen teeth inside and is better at strengthening the outside than Colgate Total.
Crest toothpaste and mouthwash makes my whole mouth feel amazing.
Advanced to healthier gums and stronger teeth from day one.
My checkup was great.
Crest, healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
At Bon Secours, we know that life moves at the speed of Mom. And Mom needs tools that deliver the convenience life on the go demands. Tools like GoodHelpDocs.com, where she can easily find a doctor close to home and request a same-day appointment. Or MyChart, where she'll have 24/7 access to her family's health records and can request prescription refills. This is real-life care for real families. Bon Secours Medical Group, your home for good health.
Rent changed Broadway forever. Now, the show that won the Tony Award for Best Musical and the Pulitzer Prize for Drama returns to the stage in an electrifying 20th anniversary tour. Feel the joy of this timeless and inspiring story. There's no day but today to experience Rent.
No day but today. No day but today.
Shatasha Smith. Where I grew up, very few people went to college. I'm kind of the nerd in the family. I picked UMUC because they're really military friendly. My degree plan kind of went right into what I was doing at work. My coworkers would say, how does she know this stuff?
Congratulations, Shatasha.
To be a positive role model for my nieces, it had to be UMUC.
Learn how University of Maryland University College can work for you. Visit umUC.edu. Pollard's, for 49 years now, chicken at its best. This month, enjoy homemade chicken and dumplings or Brunswick stew with corn muffin and drink for $4.99. Stop by one of our 9 locations today. Pollard's is the best chicken in town.
Back now with our continuing coverage of Decision 2016. Deep breath, everyone. This is a big night where history will be made, no matter who is elected president.
Months of campaigning, mudslinging, and controversy after controversy is almost done. If you still need to vote, you have little more than a half hour in Virginia and a little more than an hour in North Carolina. That could change. Closing time in Virginia is 7 p.m. and there's a line. If you're in it by 7, you'll be allowed to vote. In North Carolina, again, you have until 7:30. And if you have any problems with your polling place, to let us know by contacting us right away at reported@wavy.com, and we'll look into it.
NBC Nightly News is next, followed by NBC News coverage of tonight's election results. Lester Holt, Savannah Guthrie, Chuck Todd, and Tom Brokaw will steer us through this decision night in America.
We will be here for you close to the top and bottom of each hour to bring you up to date on how Virginia is doing nationally and locally. When we're not on TV, we'll be on Wavy.com and your mobile device with constant coverage and analysis. And then, depending on how things go with NBC's coverage, we'll be back here for Wavy News 10 at 11 to watch history being made.
It's a big night that you're taking very seriously. We are taking seriously. We're all here as well because we're in this together.
That's right.
And we've got a beautiful evening out there, so there's still some time. You got 34 minutes left. For tomorrow, though, not so good. Some off and on showers, still mild, 63. Definitely cooler by Thursday. Warmer again for Veterans Day, and then much colder again on Saturday. I'll have updates at 11.
The beginning of the end is in sight.
Well, look at that beautiful sight there at Democracy Plaza in New York City.